Hello and welcome. This is Radull live on the final weekend of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. And together with Tusker, we have been celebrating Team Kenya. Yes, Kenya's favorite beer, proud to be behind Kenya's best athletes. I need to say congratulations to Paris Chepchirchir. What a marathon she ran. Was it last night or this morning? This morning to get gold for Kenya. Bridget Kosgei coming in with the silver. Tonight, of course, we have Amos Kipruto, Lawrence Cherono, and of course, Eliud Kipchoge, who will be lining up at midnight tonight for the men's marathon. Kenya now at 3 gold medals. We saw what Faith Kipyegon did in the 1500 meters. Emmanuel Korir got gold in the 800 meters. We got silver there as well with Ferguson Rotich. And of course, we have the women's 10,000 meters coming up at 1:45 this afternoon. Guys, the hashtag to use, we are Team Kenya, hashtag Kenya Milele. Yes, that is how we are celebrating Kenyan athletes with Kenya's favorite beer, Tusker. Now, on to Radull Live and today's show. I am joined by the vice chairman of the Gor Mahia 2 million shilling steering committee. Hey, that's a sentence. David Oketch.
Yes, it is
$2 million.
Yes.
Sorry, I spoke like an ordinary Kenyan.
It's okay. We don't speak
like
ordinary.
$2 million.
Yes,
Steering
absolutely.
yes. David, how are you doing, first of all?
Dan is doing okay.
Dan. What? I keep saying David.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's fine.
It's called David. Dan.
Okay.
Dan Oketch.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm very fine, Carol.
You enjoying the Olympics?
Oh, absolutely. I wake up at 3 a.m. every morning. If I forget to wake up, I go to Carol Radull, your account, your verified account, to see the results that I did wake up to watch.
For the updates, eh?
Yes, for the updates.
And you were telling me before we started, we have how many medals left to collect?
I'm certainly sure of 3 gold medals. Well, you can't be absolutely sure, but we should get 3 gold medals. Eliud Kipchoge should give us gold in the marathon. We should have 1500 meters men with is called Chariot. He should get gold. I mean, that one, unless the world comes. And women's 10,000. I know Sifan Hassan is not good in 10,000. 5,000 is our best. So Helen Obiri is beating her.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Well, all the best to Team Kenya for the matches, for the races that are remaining.
Yeah.
But let's get into the matter of football. And for people to understand who Dan Oketch is, just give us your background relationship with football.
Okay.
And then in particular, Gor Mahia.
Yeah, it's all about Gor Mahia. My football is all about Gor Mahia. In 2016, I challenged the current chairman, Ambrose Rachir Senior Council, for the chairmanship.
You dared? Okay.
I dared to dream. I dreamt well, and I got so much support. I came in second, and well, I wasn't announced as the winner, so they called me the people's chairman of Gor Mahia.
Okay.
Yes.
So when did you become a Gor Mahia fan, and when did you think, I need to take this from the stands to a level of leadership?
It's a long story that I might not tell on air now, because
I just want people to understand where the passion for Gor Mahia comes from.
Yes. I became a fanatic of Gor Mahia from way back in 2008. So from 2008, I've been following the club, attending nearly all matches in Mombasa, Rwanda, Tanzania, everywhere. Well, with all due respect, well, not mentioning.
Tom Bwana.
Yeah. Now, that is my group.
Okay.
Tom Bwana, George Bwana, Michael Kinyi, yes. Way back, 2009.
I remember, I was there in the stadium.
Yes, you were there too.
We used to go around
Giddy Giddy.
collecting.
Yes.
I'm one who brought Giddy
Oguto
there with me and
I know. You started with the Jambo right there. You saw it start. So that's my journey. And I had a very colorful Gor Mahia wedding, Gor Mahia theme. Then.
Don't tell me you're the people who do that to your wives.
Probably someone did that to me. I was the passenger there.
You're the passenger.
Yes.
Green.
Yes, Gor Mahia themed color, and it was all Gor Mahia. So my life has been Gor Mahia, Gor Mahia, and Gor Mahia.
When did you decide that things are probably not working okay, and I should take my support from the stands
to the office,
where I can make a difference?
Now, in 2011, we had elections in Gor Mahia. I supported George Bwana as a Secretary General. So from that time, I started understanding the practices of the offices and their challenges. So we put George in office, and from that time, I saw the biggest gaps that we could fill. In 2014, I supported someone I was living very close with, as a deputy secretary general. And she got the position in it was supposed to be 2013, but the elections in 2013 aborted, so it was done in 2014 January. And she won the DSG position in Gor Mahia. So from that, right from my house, I understood the operations of the club. I supported the club in terms of assisting in paying players sometimes, motivating players. At times you could say, for every goal scored, I'll give 5,000, for example. So fans would come together. At times we would pay tickets for the whole team to Mombasa to motivate the players, visit players, and including their personal lives, pay rent for some in case there are challenges. So I understood that there are a lot of challenges in this club. And I saw opportunities. I thought that, one, our fan base is extremely loyal. That is a unique advantage we have, extremely loyal. With all due respect to our neighbors, the noisy neighbors down there, our fans are more loyal. That is the truth. They all know that. So I thought there are things we can do. So first, I tried doing them with the office. I talked to them on the activities you can do. I realized it's never easy to do these things from outside. You can say anything, because I negotiated with banks, with people, but I didn't have the stamp and the seal of the club. So therefore, I was just making noise. So I realized that I could do these things only when I'm inside. And so therefore, I offered myself to take the chairmanship of the club. I anchored my campaign on three major things. I thought, as a Gor Mahia fan base, we can ensure that we fill the stadium every single game. You know, we can make a Christmas out of every weekend, ensuring that you bring people to the stadium, ensuring that you advertise, you give pomp, you bring bouncing castles and make it a family fun day. Every weekend, you have an opportunity to make a Christmas every weekend. And if you advertise it well, it would work. So fill the stadium. The game that we lost to Thika United, the one that made us not.
Season.
Yes, 2013.
Yes,
Rama Salim.
I remember.
We got nearly 7 million. Yes. So
and that was at
City Stadium. So we have Nyayo Stadium. Is the best in terms of accessibility, centrally placed, and all that. If you can get 7 million at City Stadium, you can get 10 million at Nyayo Stadium if you advertise the game well. Now, I'm thinking about getting as much as you can in terms of your fan base, in terms of stadium entry. Number one, we are not doing enough. We only did that once because of the final season. We didn't do anything to advertise these games again. Number two, I thought most of the European clubs are getting so much of their cash out of merchandise. Imagine Gor Mahia has so many fans everywhere, like Mombasa is crazy.
Deciding to be very noisy and do construction, and we agreed. Anyway, continue.
Good.
I hope people can hear us nicely.
Yeah, I hope they do. I think I'm loud enough.
Yeah.
So I thought if we anchor on the fan base in terms of selling our merchandise, there is no shop for Gor Mahia in Kisumu, Carol. There is no shop for Gor Mahia in Homa Bay. Where you come from, Bondo, I'm sure there's no shop unless
there's none.
You can confirm that.
Bring us Gor jerseys.
Yes. So if you had it everywhere, up to Turkana, where they have very many Gor Mahia fans, I thought if we open so many shops, and there are branches all over the country, the branch that comes from that particular area will do the selling. When you give them the opportunity to do the sales, it means there'll be the police. No one can sell fake merchandise, and it directly affects their own income.
Let me just stop you there, because and I don't know if I'm jumping the gun, and this should be discussed later on in the show.
Yes.
There is a shop in Nairobi, but there seems to be a discord between my friend Dolphina, who runs that shop,
and the SG's office,
and you guys, because there's no point saying we don't have shops in other places, but Gor themselves are not even supporting the shop that is in Nairobi.
Now let me come to that.
This woman has to struggle to sell merchandise because the official Gor handles will not help her.
I know.
And yet it is a Gor Mahia shop.
You are right. You'll ask her later. I've got to that shop, bought 3 jerseys and 2 jackets. That is what you say by you walk the talk. I believed in Gor Mahia merchandise shops. I saw one, they advertised one, and I've gone there and bought myself. So I believe that that's a very big step. We didn't have it before. We are having those baby steps, and we appreciate. So to appreciate those positive steps, I've gone in person, taken pictures there, worn, and told people, let's go and support Gor Mahia.
I can't hold it against you because you're not officially
Yes, I understand.
Just for the record, I have bought 3 tracksuits, some jerseys, and some t-shirts.
Thank you.
Delfina, but I got personal delivery here to my house, which also happens, which is good. Let me send a few shout-outs, and I'll come back and continue with this conversation. There is all football news you need. Not sure who that is. He says, live from Kilifi 003. Oh, he says he's a Liverpool fan. This is a local show. Noel Mutuma says, big up Stallon for the good job. Stallon, you're getting all the credit. Well done. How much do you pay Noel? Xavier Gitao Masharia, how do I convince my people that it's Gor, not Nguru? Okay, that's my friend from Thika.
Wow.
Amina Wodachieng, tuned in from Timbuktu. Okay. Let me see. Raima Jaka, greetings from Kingston, Jamaica. Onyoso, Ndani. Judith Nyangi, Nicole Locked. Jotene, is that you?
Yes.
Cannot sit back and watch Gor die. The trash cannot even look for money for the club. Kizungu mingi na catwalk. Okay, let's support this fans initiative. Kudos down. Let's not insult anyone else here. I think everybody
has a right to their opinion.
All parties of Gor Mahia have the club at heart.
And they have a role to play.
My issue is just the communication between everybody.
And I'll expand briefly on that.
Other people, Ronald Kiprono, locked in. What Child Nyadida is just talking about my Kisungu. Rhoda Binsutu says, great Hilda Chepto. Hi Hilda, she's tuned in. Winnie Richards Madikizela. Hi girl, I'm tuned in. What Charles Nyadida waiting. Kipruto Rono missed me. Kiari Mbugwa is tuned in. Okay, so those are just people who what. Guys, also bring your questions for Dan Oketch here. He's the vice chairman of the $2 million steering committee. And I actually want us to get into that $2 million. Then we'll talk about other issues around Gor Mahia. Because for me, as a club, it's a gem that hasn't been... There's something missing between what Gor Mahia should be and what Gor Mahia is. Yeah? Let's talk about how you came up with a $2 million initiative. What is it supposed to do, and what is the end goal?
Good. Just very briefly on my campaign, this is the very last thing because it's related to this.
Go ahead.
My third agenda was membership drive. I thought if you get our populace to just give 100 shillings per year, end of season, do a membership drive with the road shows and the players. Then we end up at Tomboya College in Kisumu for end of the year party. We announced the best district, probably the best location that gave Gor Mahia the biggest 100 shillings. That was what I thought could happen that time. Now, come fast forward to 2021, a big correction. This initiative was started by the office.
Okay.
They requested fans to come in and support them, do that initiative. Now, I was called on this, one, because it resonates with what I believed in then. And they thought I have some ideas, and I was driving that campaign in my own campaign. So they thought I can help. So I was approached by the office, and I said, yes, I can help. Now, I've talked to Delfina about this campaign because she's my friend. She comes from our place, and I supported her when she was vying for the treasury against Crispin, who is the current chair of the steering committee. So it tells you how close we've been and how close we are. I talked to her directly about this campaign, and I told her that, well, probably looks like there's no good cohesion from the office in terms of the initiative. They are pulling in different directions, but as fans, as long as we've been involved in this, we have to pull in the same direction. We have to build the same cathedral because, Carol, we agree, one, Gor Mahia needs the money. There is no option of filling the stadia because of coronavirus. So the very options remaining are the small merchandise that has not picked up and getting something from the fans. Barcelona does it, and very many European clubs are depending on their fans. So we realized that for me, it could only be 100 shillings. Getting 2 million of those people with 100 shillings can be done. It's possible. So how do we get 2 million people to give Gor Mahia only 100 shillings? So in my campaign, I wanted it to be an annual event. In this initiative, it is slated to be a one-off event, whereby Gor Mahia gets 200 million to start it off. At least it will push us. Gor Mahia's expenditure for one continental game in North Africa is around 20 million.
Yeah.
And they have a wage bill of around 5-6 million per month. That is allowances is not there yet. So it's expensive to run this club. So therefore, as fans, we feel for the office. As much as I oppose to the senior council, we feel we can do something as fans. And I believe it could happen, and I wanted to be the chairman to lead this initiative. Now that I didn't become the chairman, I can't cease from believing that this thing can happen. A true fan would want to do it when they're in or out. Yes, that is it. So that's why I came in. I said, I'm sacrificing my time. For example, I was in Kisumu, I just came for the show. So those are sacrifices you make.
Thank you. I was in Kisumu in the morning, and he's flown for the show.
You see.
I won't say much about your chairman who has bounced me, but that's another matter.
So what I'm saying is, it takes a lot of sacrifice from the fans and some of us. I believe I have the idea and we can do it. Now, if I break it down on how we want to achieve this, one, we have our celebrities, quote unquote, because the definition of a celebrity probably is neither here nor there. Yeah. But we believe in some of our people who can help us drive this brand. The people who have brands, one of them is the person sitting next to me, a football brand, and they can help us in terms of driving this thing to the people. We have Eric Omondi.
How many clubs have asked me?
Yeah, we have talked to Eric Omondi one-on-one. Those are my friends. Talked to Jalango one-on-one. I've talked to Akode one-on-one. Those are people I talk to. So we want them to help us drive this brand. What we want to do is they can do it hybrid. One, on their Facebook pages, once we roll out. They can do their Facebook pages, have people win prizes independently on their pages and different platforms and YouTubes. Then, again, overally push the brands and the campaign through their platforms to the populace.
I want to take you 2 steps back.
Yes.
A year ago and a half, and I've said the story a million times, when I hosted Rachira, and he told me that Gor Mahia have 500 registered fans. Yes. And I asked the fans, you're just loud, you don't go and register, and it's, I think, 1,200 a year, 100 shillings a month, officially from the office. And they mentioned one key thing, accountability.
Good.
Accountability.
Good.
You're saying Gor fans go to the stadium, but the reason some of them don't even want to pay entrance is because they don't know where that money goes. We see Gor Mahia getting sponsors, and the players are on a go slow because there's no money, they've not been paid. I know running a club is expensive. Yeah. As you say, one CAF Champions League game is almost 20 million shillings. So there's never enough money. But the fans need to feel that whatever money we're giving the club will be accounted for them to step up and give you even that 100 shillings.
Yes.
100 shillings is not easy for everyone to come by.
I know.
And I think that the challenge that I had, especially when I hosted Dolphina, is that who can the fans go to know how this money has been spent?
Good.
Is it your fellow fans? Is it the Gor Mahia where the treasurer says the money is not coming to me, so I don't know? You know.
I watched the show.
Accountability is such a problem.
I watched the show. Let me start from the membership of only 500 people. When I was campaigning for the chairmanship, I believe that it's clearer in Luo, mpira in Maroganda. You know, football is nice when the multitude is involved. Yes. You don't involve very few people. So I remember I had a departure with a fellow contestant, Chris Omondi. He believed we need quality membership. Few people give a lot, but they're involved in running the club.
Which is the model that AFC Leopards went with, because I hosted Rachira and Dan Shikanda in the same show.
Yes.
And Shikanda says, I actually have 2,000
people
registered,
only.
But what they give me is not 100, it's like 5,000 each.
Yes. So that's one model. Another one is having so many people give less, way less, so they feel the gist of belonging to this big organization. Now, that is what I believe in, and that is what we are doing now. So I'm one of the 500 who are paid 1,200 to be a member of the club. So I mean, in that forum, yes. So you should.
Where's my money going?
Now, on accountability, we knew that's the biggest challenge. I was challenging the office because of accountability as the main thing. Now, we arrested this in a very funny way, not funny actually, a very serious manner. We have opened a bank account independent of...
Sorry, I'm giving...
No problem.
I'm just giving people airtime. If I don't give them their 1,000 shillings airtime, they're my case.
Okay.
I'll put the first 1,000 there. The second is coming in 20 minutes.
Okay, mine to 0721, I hope you're putting it already. Okay.
You flew to my flat. You don't need money. You don't need 1,000 shillings.
Okay. Now, so we knew this was the biggest problem. Our own fans in Nairobi, the active ones, the problem they have is, come on, you office, we can't give them money. We give them, they'll squander it. I mean, that perception is there. Could be true or false. I can't related. I'm not an auditor. But to arrest that, I would believe that we should not trust a human being. You should not depend on the niceness of a person. You put structures and systems that can work with whoever is bad or whoever is good. So in this case, we have 4 signatories to this account. Only one EC member is a signatory. The next signatory is 2 members of our committee, the steering committee. Then the 4th signatory is the chairperson of committee of chairpersons for branches. The funds branches have their committee. They have a caucus called the COC. The caucus has a chairperson. This chairperson is a signatory. Two members of our steering committee are signatories, and only one EC member is a signatory. So we did this because this is the first question they'll ask. How will you account for this money? So we want to ensure
all 4 of you must sign
before any funds are disbursed. Yes. Now, we've agreed with the EC that for this initiative period and for this money that we're going to collect from the public, to give them the assurance and the confidence that it's going to be used well, we will ensure that every disbursement is requested through the committee, verified, and then disbursed. Before you disburse the next, you have to account for just like normal operations.
Proper
company. Whereby you account for what you're given and then you're given the next. You have to justify before you're given, justify after you're given the money. So it's that simple. That is what we've ensured so that the funds are confident that we're doing the right thing, because that's the biggest question. Hii pesa itakulwa. So that is what we arrested.
I think people, the fans are willing. The fans are willing. They will support the club as long as they know that 100 shillings of mine went to the players, went to the benefit, went to the growth of the club.
Yes.
There's someone, I know you saw that comment on my social media, who said Dan wants the Langata seats and he's using this 200 million to raise funds for running for Langata seats. Are you going for the Langata seats?
Oh, well...
I thought Jalama wanted it. I'm not sure. Just hearsay.
Well, please don't mention Langata aspirants on air, because you're giving them a undue advantage.
Anyway,
I'm the only one who's here.
We won't go into that.
Anyway, no, just briefly. So far, I've not declared publicly that I am, but I have my fans and my friends. I've been to Langata. I was there from 2007.
The people
so therefore, the people want me there. So if I'll decide later on in the year, especially we know about BBI and the mode of nominations, and we'll tell the people what to do. We'll give them direction. Yes.
Actually, I want us to take a short break. I can see your phone ringing. I hope that's the chairman telling me he's standing outside the door so you can join this conversation.
Yes.
During the break, you can take your phone and see, and if he's come, then we'll accommodate him here. If not, we'll continue the conversation. Because Gor Mahia has had a difficult season. After winning the league for several times, this season things are not going very well. Big up to Tusker, who are top. But then that's also my team. Yeah, I support Kenyan clubs.
They are top so far. I mean,
I should have been in Tusker FC just to annoy you today. No. Respect to Gor Mahia.
Yes.
So I want to talk about how the season is going. The fact that you're losing so many players to clubs across the borders, yet they're not more special than us. I don't see what's more special with those clubs. But let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get more into Gor Mahia, the club, where the club is going from a fan's perspective. So guys, don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break.
Thank you.
For tickets, we have taken to the global stage at the Olympics and shown the world what Kenyans are capable of. The time for us to show the world what Kenyans are made of is here. For Kenya, let us cheer our champions. We are whole Team Kenya. When we win, you win. We are Kenya Milele. SMS the code under the Tusker Crown to 29844.
Kenya Milele.
Excessive alcohol consumption is harmful to your health, not for sale to persons under the age of 18 years.
Welcome back. This is Radull Live, and I am with Dan Oketch, the Vice Chairman of the Gor Mahia $2 million steering committee. At the beginning, I made the mistake of saying shilling. Yeah. Oh, we don't deal in shillings, we deal in dollar. So, Dan, we're having a conversation, and I want to get to one question here.
Yes.
On the in the comment section. Anima Ferrari Min Bentley. I'm sure you know her. Very, very passionate Gor Mahia supporter. She says, Gor Mahia fans, funds and followers, we have spending. We are not spending on match tickets because of COVID protocols. Can this committee find a way for these fans to spend for the sake of the club, because the office is clueless unless it is campaign period? And I think that is what you're doing. You're trying to find a way for clubs to
out
support.
of the
but
normal.
Between that comment and this one from Ward Charles Nyadida, ask Dan, is there a way they can help the club to get better sponsors rather than depending on one sponsor? This now begs the question why you are not in office and why the office is in office, because everybody seems to be reaching out to this fan committee to rescue the club, yet you have an office in office, yet you were not elected. Is there a problem with the election process? What is it? Because they're demanding more from the people not in office than from those who are in office, who are duly elected.
Out of respect for those who are in office, I will not delve on the process of our elections, for obvious purposes. So I agree, we are doing it for the fans. First, I was the biggest challenger to Rachir in 2016. So the biggest question is, this office you fought so bad, why do you want to get money for this office so that they can eat it and then you taint your name? That's the biggest question. So I've told everyone, and some of my fans are actually mad to date. They say, as long as you're going to work with Rachir, we are done with you. So I told them, I'm not working with anyone. I believed in these things when I was contesting for the chairmanship. I wasn't crowned the chair. I still believe Gor Mahia needs all these things. I have the time
working towards the benefit of the club.
I have time and energy to help. I can only do it. If it is too bad for you, I'm sorry. But if I have the opportunity and the energy to help the club, I will do it at any time, at any level, despite my responsibility in the club. So,
which I think is commendable.
Yeah.
You're not in office, but you feel I'm so passionate about this product, Gor Mahia.
And we're not paid anything for it. So this is all sacrifice. So this campaign is very serious, and I believe that we were given up October, but I believe we are not casting this time on stone, because it's to start this thing off is a big thing. We know very well we are going to talk to the Betting Controls Board. So just let me just brief you how you want to do it. One, the first is getting our celebrities to help us run this brand. Number two, every place has a stronghold area. So we have our stronghold areas, we are going to involve the administrations, our chiefs, they're the people who can talk to their people easily. And we are going to have a mini competition for them. Talk to your people to help this brand. We say that apart from many tribes in Kenya, the biggest brand, the next big brand in Kenya is Gor Mahia, and we all know that. So let us help with this brand. You mentioned that our players are taken by, imagine a player goes to Azam and we are happy that he has made a step forward. I mean, Tanzania. You couldn't talk about that some 2 years ago. So we cannot have Gor Mahia so low that we sell to Azam, that we lose players to Tusker, we lose players to Zukericho. You know, we should be able to bulldoze this league. Bayern, any good player in Germany, first thing, you go to Bayern Munich. And that's what we should be in Kenya. So there is no way you can be losing players to very average teams. It's because we don't have the money. So the first thing to do is ensure we have the financial firepower. The moment you have money, sponsors will be coming in because the brand is bigger. You are doing more activities. There's no negativity. Fans are behaving well. You know, negativity that comes with who fans beat what, wamepiga chairman, wamefanya nini, who wants to associate with such bad publicity? No one. So therefore, the moment you bring financial stability, sponsors will be coming knocking, as many as they can. They want to associate with every good thing. But now, if you are entirely depending on them like this, they'll also run away because
they name their price for you, not you naming your price for them.
And they'll feel the embarrassment of being mentioned, every small thing they can't afford, but you mention them everywhere. They feel the embarrassment and the strain. So the moment the brand has grown and there is money, sponsors will come running. So we don't want to look for them. They'll be coming knocking our doors. So on our strongholds, we'll get the chiefs to help us do this. And we can give them targets. They can target at the end of the season, at the end of this campaign, we can crown even the best chief. For example, say the best chief who got the best goes home with a brand new car. You can't do that. This campaign can be able to sustain that and accommodate that in the budget. Then you ensure that from the populace, for example, the people who probably, for them, Gor Mahia is not so important to them, but you have to attract them too. What you do, ensuring that there are raffles. Every week, every region, someone wins something. These people give 100 shillings to almost 10 radio stations in a day, hoping to win something. Why don't they give Gor Mahia just 100 shillings in this campaign? They can do it. So you give them the same platform. This is double win. You win the pride of having helped Gor Mahia and Kenyan football, and you can win something financial. So it is a double satisfaction.
In fact, you've partly answered this, which seems like a very basic question, but it's really weighted. Russ Babs asks, what do fans get in return? Because I think even the first step before collecting the money is getting fans to buy into the idea and to understand.
Yes.
Which is partly what this interview is about. What do fans get in return? I know the answer, but give them the answer.
I'll give them again. That we know that helping the club is not good enough. The pride of seeing Gor Mahia win games is not good enough. We want to give them something tangible. Few lucky fans will be getting something. We are designing the prizes. It could be as high as 500,000, depending on the area, 200,000, 100,000, 10,000, or even airtime. So we are getting partners on board so that we make this a very big campaign, so that the fans not only take pride in helping the club, but they go home with something. I feel like if fans will be doing raffles every week, you give as many as you can. You can even give 100 mara mia moja. I mean, you can do that, so that you increase your chances of winning. In return, you get something.
I think also the understanding, to also answer partly my own question.
Yes.
On behalf of...
As a Gor Mahia fan, thank you very much.
I'm a Kenyan football club fan. Trust me. Is we feel pride when the club does well.
Yes.
That is what is in it for the fan.
Yes.
It's not necessarily a financial return. Yeah. But I also want fans to understand that it's up to us to make football and our sport a whole industry that can employ hundreds and thousands of youth. People. Because I believe sport can resolve our unemployment crisis.
Yeah,
it's
a big industry.
Right.
It's a big industry.
As you're saying, you make game day an event.
Yeah.
Who's manning that bouncing castle? Who's manning the security? Who's
selling
cars?
food?
Who's selling foodstuffs and all these things? There's opportunity for industry.
Yes.
We've not yet built our teams and our players to the points where they have managers and they have nutritionists, but there are opportunities there if we get the management of the club right. And today we're discussing Gor Mahia, but I hope it's a spiral effect for how clubs can run.
AFC can replicate this directly
through the power of the fans, like Barcelona.
Yes,
that is a club that
it's run by the fans.
It's fan built.
Yes, it's run by the fans.
In fact, for the longest time, Barcelona didn't have a corporate sponsor. They said, we don't want. We wear UNICEF for free.
Yeah.
Because we don't need your money. We have our fans behind us, and that's how it is. So then the power goes into the club.
Yes.
So I think what's in it for fans is your satisfaction that your team is doing well, your players are getting paid. You don't want to see your players on
You've grown the industry.
And then you're growing the industry. There's a comment here from Abbas DJ, and I'll tell you about him. He's written Nyeri Rept. He's an official of Ruare FC, which is a team in Division, I think they're in Division 2 right now.
In Nyeri?
Yes, and they're very vibrant. They've actually brought football alive. Ruare FC and Marafiki FC have brought football alive in Nyeri. And when I hosted your CEO here, my friend Raymond, Abbas asked whether Gor Mahia can go to Nyeri for friendlies during the break, and Ray promised that, and I don't see why you can't market Gor Mahia all over the country. It doesn't have to be a Luo club.
In 2014, we played at Bomet Stadium. That time they didn't have Zukericho from Kericho, and the stadium was full.
Absolutely.
It tells you how people love
this Nyeri. When they have the Nyeri derby, it's full like this.
Yeah, that's it.
It's full
they
like
loved.
This.
They loved our players. We got contributions from them. They loved everything about it.
And while Gor Mahia is sleeping, Nyeri football will come and overtake you.
We welcome them.
Crucify me.
We say kuri kuri, kuja. Yes, wakuja. Will they be? We'll deal with them.
Because I feel Gor Mahia is, like we've said it over and over again, they're not, I don't know whether to say we or they are selling themselves short.
We can be somewhere there. TP Mazembe have their own plane, and they have their own stadium. And all. Do you know, Gor Mahia is supposed to be having its own stadium by now. It's not expensive. Just get the right partners, talk to them, assure them that you get something out of it, have a 10-year contract, a lease period, and you separate in 10 years. You own the stadium, everyone is happy. People do these things every day.
When you get your 200 million shillings, $2 million,
yes.
200 plus,
Yes.
can you just tell fans what the financial plan is for that?
Okay. One, unfortunately or fortunately, it will be unfair to say that we'll authoritatively decide for the office that was elected what they're going to do with the money. The only thing we're going to do is to control, ensure that they justify whatever the decision they've made as an EC.
On your wish list, how
Good.
would you like the money to
Thank
be spent?
you. One, I believe that 100 million for a season is good. One, you'll bring the best player you want. You want to bulldoze East Africa. Take the best players from Africa. We see them on TV everywhere. Take a player, a high-profile player from Europe. Alex Song is playing in Djibouti. He's very confident, he's comfortable, he's the captain, and he won the league. That team won the league for the first time. Look at the profile that he has brought to that league. Imagine Gor Mahia being able to afford Ronaldinho. He's 35, but he can still play very well. He would do very well in Kenya, actually. I hope you're not laughing that he's not good enough. He is good enough.
He was my fellow Betika brand
I saw
ambassador.
your pictures all over. So those retiring players, they go to America because of the money. Once you have the money, you can do anything. The first thing is to get high-profile players. Welfare of the current players should be top-notch. There should be no pending salaries any month. There should be no pending allowances. The first thing, player welfare, this money should sort completely. Whereby there are no flights. Usually you advertised some politician gave us money in Mombasa. 30,000. It was 30,000, Carol. But it was all over the media. Like he paid your salary for 10 years in Mombasa. And
Flights back and it's finished.
yes. The other day we were given money by, well, Sonko has done it severally. But those are not things you want to see in the media. That every day some politicians comes up to bail the club
Handouts,
out.
handouts,
It is terrible. So that one should end it. Number two, I feel half of this money can work on merchandise as my first priority. I don't want it to be sold only at, I went to the office where Dolphina runs, somewhere in town.
Boya Street, I think.
Yes.
Boya Avenue.
Yeah, I went there. It's well stocked and nice. We can have that in every town. First, our strongholds. Every town should have that shop. Run and managed by people who are locals there, who will ensure hakuna mtu atauza fake. Wakiona fake, they'll take it themselves, upon themselves to protect the brand. So half player welfare and all these operational costs, half of the money can be invested. The first investment is to ensure that we can sell merchandise. I believe if we do well in merchandise, we can have this club running. If you get enough money, why don't you get partners and have a proper office? I mean, just give a deposit, have a proper office somewhere, have a small training ground. We are paying for training ground. Let me give an example. To play in a stadium is around 30,000 per game. So,
Yeah.
and the training ground we pay 5,000 at Toyoyo, or 5 or 10, I'm not sure. So these are daily costs. 10,000 per day is 300,000 in a month for only training there. I mean, just this clearing some ground somewhere and fencing well, panda nyasi. So this money can help in such small things. So you have your training ground, you have a small stadium. For now, you don't even need so many funds. We cannot be paying for stadium, and we don't need those big stadium now. So I believe this money can change the face of the club. And once the brand has grown, once there are no negativity, there is the sponsors will come on board, and the club will be rolling. Tutakuwa tumepatia mafuta ya kukimbia sasa. Itakuwa ikishindwa kukimbia, ni shauri yake.
There's a comment here from Governor Vinny Jamez Odu. Dan sounds like a very visionary leader. He should be given the chance to run Gor Mahia. Right now, he doesn't want to.
Thank you for the compliment.
Right now, he has to work with the office. He has to reserve a lot of his comments. Patrick Manyala, no, I'm not going for FKF, sorry. Ochi Weda, Niaje, Ochi says, Dan, your ideas are very well articulated, just like when Nick joined FKF. But later he changed and never implemented those ideas. Now why has this thing disappeared? My phone is refreshing. But I think you got the gist of Ochi Weda's comment.
Yes,
that,
yes. It starts well, but on actual implementation, you lose the energy.
And sell an agenda. Can we actually implement what it is we are promising to do?
Yes.
I think that is the concern. And that is the worry when you say the money then goes back to the same office.
Yeah, with we have added the levels of approvals. With added levels of approvals. One, unfortunately or fortunately, this committee was formed by the office. So it's still within the office powers as long as they're still running.
Has the office done that because they know you're their biggest challengers for the office? Keep your enemies close.
They approached me, and I understand I couldn't decline because they were doing something right. And whether I oppose them or not, if they do something right, that's why I went and bought merchandise. Anything right should be applauded, whoever does it. So that's why I'm here.
How can you as a fan with a position in a steering committee help what Delphina is doing, promote what Delphina is doing? Because I feel like I understand her frustration.
Yes.
She's almost like a lone ranger, you know, being fought from within. Maybe I'm exaggerating that a bit because it's not. I saw her and Sam the other day on the same stage and I clapped. Because I know their relationship. But it's good that happens. They can appear on the same stage, get a new coach.
Previously, Carol, we had 11 officials. In 2011, we had 11. In 2014 elections, we had 11. In 2016 elections, we had 11. Now, this was reduced to 4. One, not by our own design, first CAF licensing requirements that we have as a leaner office, have a CEO and all that, so that we can operate, whereby the officials more or less operate as a board, and then the CEO is involved in the daily running of the club. That is the ideal situation. Now, when we reduced the office from 11 to 4, we were so sure that finally we'll have an office working together. Because having 11 heads together is too many. Yeah. But four, I mean, they can talk. So the moment we realized they are not talking well, it's a shocker to all of us because we supported them. I supported Dolphina. I voted for her as the treasurer, the current office she's holding. And so many people voted for these people. I voted for Osola was unopposed, so I didn't vote for him. The chairman was unopposed too. I was the last challenger. No one dared to challenge him.
Challenge this time around?
Yeah. So what I believe is that they can still work together. These people have worked together before. So those small differences can be sorted. And I don't think they're so major. One challenge that I've seen, which I've been a victim to before, in 2015, I sponsored the club. I imported the Under Armour merchandise. Not Under Armour, Joma. So I assisted the club, gave my money, so that we agreed with the club that when they sell, I'll get some part of the percentage to recoup the investment I made to bring them in. I cleared them at the airport, did all that. After selling for 1 month, a whole batch of Under Armour came. Boom. You see? Yes. So we had an agreement that I sell the Joma. I financed this. It was launched at the Grand Regency. People were happy. And so after that, we started selling. We marketed it to the fans, and it was all good. 1 month didn't pass. A new contingent of a different merchandise altogether came in. So we realized immediately the Joma that we brought is dead stock.
Because now you've moved to
Under Armour, and the players are putting it on. So you have 2 different kinds of merchandise running at the same time, same season, a month apart. So such simple aspects of not respecting small contracts kills possible partners to the club, you see. So because people can get in, put their money and try work with the club. So I think that what Delphina is going through, it's possible. She could have imported or so, then somebody brought another brand or the same with a different buyer. It's very possible. But we cannot give up. We want to sell.
That discourage fans.
We cannot give up. We are friends. We have worked together before. We can only sit and work together for the sake of this big club.
By the way, the comment section here is very busy. I want to get to some of these comments. Hezron Okoth GK. I wish he can talk more. He says, I wish Radull would call us to verify some of these things you're saying, Dan. I don't know what he's implying because he's not saying what. So you tell me and I ask him. He's right here.
He's my friend.
He's your friend.
Salamu Irudi.
What is he talking about? Clearly he's talking about something.
I'm
not disagreeing with what you're saying.
No, I'm not actually going to talk for him. He should have clarified
what he means. Ochiweda says, but they're still not talking. They're in-house wars. I think he's talking about Dolphina and Sam, which is unfortunate because when your Secretary General and your Treasurer are not talking, as they say, when two bulls fight.
You think they're not talking? I think they're not talking. Probably not talking enough. They're talking, not talking enough, and I believe here now they can't talk enough.
Yeah, but then that's you're among the. You say the officials now are 5.
There are 4 only.
There are 4.
Yes.
You're
So
the
there's
guys
chair,
holding
vice,
Gor Mahia
like this.
like this.
Just 4 of you.
4 of you, and you're not talking.
You can imagine.
But you want the larger fan base of 2 million plus people.
I give an
to have
analogy
faith
of
that you will manage our club.
you'll
well.
watch the relays. You'll watch the relays tomorrow. You know, we exchange battons. You can imagine. You see what South Africa did 4x1.
Yeah.
They dropped their baton, so they didn't finish the race. So if any of the 4 has pulled, even by a microsecond, in a wrong direction, you all fail.
You lose the race.
You have to go the same direction, all of you, similar energy, and we don't have a choice about that. They have to work together. So we can't pull. With all due respect, I didn't expect Dolphina, I respect her a lot, to have mentioned on air in this show that she's not involved. There's something called collective responsibility. Inafika wakati, you know, there are so many things happening in current government. There's so many things Ruto doesn't know about. But
you keep it within the family.
Yes, keep it within the family until it is too bad.
I agree. But
I don't think it's too bad to go on air.
Okay. I got the frustration.
Yes.
She's frustrated.
Yes.
That is probably why she mentioned it on air. I agree with you. Keep some of the things behind closed doors.
And
because at the end of the day, you're going to go to the fans and ask them to trust you.
They elected you.
And they tell you, but you people are not talking.
Yeah, not talking. So it affects everyone. It affects the merchandise that we are trying to promote. It affects. So we have to stop telling our fans that we are not talking, because I know we can talk. So solve it in-house. Don't take it to the fans. You know, when you take it to the fans, they can't help.
But also understand, by the time you take it to the fans, it means you've tried to fight it within and you're getting nowhere. When I was looking for Gor Mahia merchandise to buy about 2 months ago,
Yes.
I looked, first place I went was the Gor Mahia handles.
Yes.
Nothing. Then I was told they're managed by some random people who are not answerable to the office. How do we let that happen? How do we I know you're not an official, but how do you...
I've been a victim of that.
You let that happen?
It is unfortunate. We can only have... They should be talking one language from bottom to top. All our handles should tell us where to get the merchandise. Do you know, when I was going to buy the merchandise, I confused that office. So the next person I asked took me to a different office. I'm like, oh, so I'm called Dolphina. Did you say it is this office? No, it is this office. So it is real. That is a lot of confusion.
Who runs those handles?
Unfortunately, I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. And I think we can solve them. Those are very small things to solve.
They should be
it takes
small
one
things,
day.
But they're not. Because if I did not know Raymond or Ruor, who I asked, where can I get your merchandise? I wouldn't even know where to get Gor merchandise. Yet, this is merchandise you're trying to sell to the whole
world,
country.
And you hope to get millions out of it.
I've lost a comment here, but there's someone in Bondo, someone from Bondo saying, I don't know how to get merchandise, Gor merchandise, you know?
We must have a shop in Bondo. I know you come from there, such a nice
There's a
city.
shop all over the country.
Yes.
Gor is a national brand.
I
You
know.
play home games
Mombasa. They're full. Turkana, I have a relative in Turkana who was selling Gor Mahia merchandise there in Turkana. And it's a hot cake.
Let me read a few more comments. Governor Vinny says, we have been there before. We have raised funds for Gor Mahia, but LOL, no accountability. That is the problem.
Let me answer him right there. It's the first time we're having an independent signatories. The first time.
A fan-driven
fan-driven,
initiative
yes.
through the club.
The first time ever. Let's give it a trial, Carol.
Everyone here asking the same thing. Abbas DJ, kindly ask Dan. There's always been a query thrown around when it comes to membership drive. If I invest my 10,000 a year, what value do I get in return? I think you've covered that several times over.
Yes.
Mwami Solo, the Kenyan legend, he has faith in you. Will definitely do something big for Kenya. He knows how hot the seat of fame for Kenyan expectations is. Bernard Rotich, Tanzanian clubs are becoming better than Kenya. That's why we will keep losing to Tanzania. It's not the country, it's the quality of the league. I don't know if it's the quality of the league or the attitude of both the leadership and the fans. I think we just have a bad attitude.
Look,
or we don't understand fully.
Just give us 2 years ago. We had Kagere playing for Gor Mahia. We had Olunga playing for Gor Mahia. We were in Sekafa. I was there in Tanzania. I mean, Yanga couldn't even stand Gor Mahia. For 90 minutes, we dominated the game, beat them 2-1. Simba was here for Everton. This Everton game is called which cup? Yes. And we beat them 3-0 in Nakuru, very comfortably. Now, Simba was at the semi-finals just 2 years later. Gor Mahia can't make the group stage after 2 years. It's not our attitude. It's the leadership that ensures that we lose our good players every single season.
So it's the leadership.
Yes, that is it.
Hilda Chepto, she's a sports journalist as well. She says, my question is, how sustainable is this plan? Management of the club needs to be right first. Then attracting like-minded partners will not be an issue. A very valid point.
A very serious point. One, we don't expect to do this forever. I wished that we could do it every year. I'll still push for that, but that's not part of this agenda.
But if you need to do it every year, if you raise $2 million,
200 million basically.
$2 million,
yes.
I would even think you would have an investment plan to grow that, to make that 100 million, another 100 million every year.
It's possible,
As opposed to spending it all and then raising again. Spending it all and raising again.
So like I mentioned earlier, I believe half of this money, only probably even less than half should go to operational costs. Half of this money can go to capital costs so that you ensure that you get at least 50 million every year out of this money. You can do that. So those are possibilities.
But as you're raising, how willing is
the office
who will be managing the fund
I think, yes,
invest that money?
To give them the benefit of doubt, for the office having said that, please, let's come together to Saidiane to raise money for this club, I think it's a good step to accept that we can work with other people who are not in office. That's number one. So we still believe the same goodwill they can implement in ensuring that whatever they spend this money on would be something that, one, that they can allow suggestions that we are building here.
Not allow. Don't say allow like it's their decision. The decision should be made by the people giving the money. I am not going to give my 100 bob
until and unless
who has not decided exactly what this $2 million is going to be used for, and I agree with it.
Good.
I need to know what my money is going to be used for before I agree to give it. So I can't give it and hope
that will go to the right.
Will do A, B, C, D. And I think that message needs to become clear even before you raise your first coin.
Fortunately, we are still at the initial stage. We can honestly say we don't have the benefit of having all the knowledge to raise this thing. We depend on everyone, like what you've said. So all suggestions, we read them on the board. So that
take that message back
to
my good friend Bashir and his team.
Yes.
That can we have a plan?
Functional and a public plan.
Because before I even promote on my own social media, and I'm sure Jalango and Eric Omondi and Akote will tell you the same thing.
Yes.
Before I help you raise money, I need to know where this money is going and trust it will be used for that purpose. Because our followers will come back to me and tell me, Radull, I gave to Gor Mahia campaign and the players are on strike. They've not been paid. You know, all this stuff.
So we don't have monopoly of ideas. We are just set up a group of 13 people where I am the vice chair. So therefore, we are seeking for, you've been in this industry for a long time. You've seen things happen. You've seen things not happen. So your idea is so much welcome. We'll put them in. I agree with you. We'll have to tell our people what exactly the money is going to do on paper and make it public.
You had book space in the newspapers.
Yes, make it public as we move the initiative. So next we're going to launch this thing in a very big event. Well, hoping that we'll get, in respect of the MOH, MOH restrictions and protocol, we are going to have as big enough event as possible. Launch it so we are giving a big drive. Before we launch it, Carol, I can assure you that we'll communicate what the money is going to do, to give our people the assurance and confirm to them beyond doubts that accountability, that has been a very serious question, is arrested. Number two, we will assure them that from what we are going to come up with, sustainability will be something that should be guaranteed. That this money, because we hope to get more than 200.
I think also
we'll do something in future.
Involve the larger fan base through your branches as much as possible.
Yes.
In terms of, you're saying you want to have a big launch, and the problem with those things is people start costing how much it cost to have that big launch. But also tell your branches, we're having a big launch and we want to get resources from you. Not that Dan owns sound and we'll get sound from Dan. No, tell Langata branch. I'm sure you have someone who has speakers. Can he? We'll hire from him. I'm sure someone has flowers. We'll hire from him. Someone does tents and chairs. We'll through the branches, so that you're showing your fan base that, you know what,
You're
even
involving
as
them.
we try and create an industry around this idea of ours, you'll benefit directly. Because at the end of the day, as much as we're football fans, our first order of business when we wake up in the morning is to feed families.
Yes.
And to have a roof over our heads.
Yes.
And if this initiative I'm involved
It's enough
in is helping
you
my
to put
neighbor
that.
to pay rent,
It's welcome.
It's something that keep the industry in the family.
There's something I didn't tell you. I'll say it very briefly that we intend to roll this out to our counties, so major towns. So this same launch and the drives will be rolling it out. Whatever you mentioned, you have to involve the local people in doing.
Involve the locals as much
You'll
as
improve.
possible. Funds.
Yes, you improve with the sponsorships that are coming around. We are talking to so many sponsors. It will improve their livelihood. They'll get direct benefits. I mean, and then they'll understand it much better when it becomes local to them. So we are planning to do that.
As a fan, your views on the new coach?
Well, Pamzo Musongo, you know, Juogi Okdwa Jirate. You know, our Juogi, as good as you
I
are.
don't want Africans like
Yeah,
us.
Pamzo is a very good coach. He's a good friend of mine, and I thought he would do very well. Then results just refused to come. You know, it's unfortunate.
He's a league champion.
He's the one who's the tasker. He's done it all. He was a very good player. Coached in India, won the league in India as a player and a coach. You know, there's nothing he hasn't done.
If you were chairman, you would not always target a foreign coach.
No, I'll get a good coach, despite the color. It could be even a black coach from France, but a good coach.
The best coach.
The best coach for Gor Mahia. We'll do
But
a
how much
very
do you
good
know
interview.
about this new guy?
Unfortunately, I don't. I just saw his pictures rolling the other day. He looks, well, by age, he looks experienced enough. He's done it. I really don't know where he has coached before. And I wish him the best, because all we need is the results. I was on some local TV station, and I said, unfortunately so, I said in 2 weeks, that time we were number 2 or 3. We were only 3 points away from Tusker, and we had a game in hand, or probably there. I said in 2 weeks we'll be number 1. I was so sure, because our momentum was good. For only the team to lose, not to win the seven straight games, it's unfortunate, and everyone is down. For this initiative, we are getting it very difficult. The moment we are not getting goals, it's a big problem. Everything is opposed, and the animosity is top notch. So we really pray that the team comes together. The coach has a good luck. I mean, at times you need luck in football. He started with a friendly match against FC Leopards, and he won. And that was a good thing. Then the next game, they went to Thika Stadium, and they beat Kakamega Homeboys, a very good team, the work of form. So it's a good step. He has the luck. Juogi is welcoming him very well. Let's hope we can use that. For this initiative to go on properly, we must be winning matches.
Parting shot to the fans?
To the fans, I want to, where's the camera, or I face you?
You can face this camera
This one.
and speak to the fans.
To our fans, please let us support our club. Whoever is sitting in the office does not matter. And I assure you that whatever will be done with this money is guaranteed and is very well. Hakuna mtu ataiba hii pesa yenu, tafadhali. Let us give only 100 shillings. We give it every day to radio stations. We can give it once to Gor Mahia. Thank you very much.
For the love of the game.
Yes.
For the love of the game. Dan Oketch, thank you very much for coming. Just as well you came alone, because the amount of talking you did, this show would have been 2 hours, and I don't have 2 hours. But
thank you very much. I come from Moabe.
Guys, I hope you're slightly more enlightened about the $2 million initiative.
Yeah.
I trust Dan will continue to share more and more information.
Give us more
By the time we're
opportunities.
asking you for your money, we know exactly where the money is going.
Just to mention, sorry to tell you this, we are testing the system, and already it has 187,000.
187,000 shillings.
187. It's already started rolling. Before we launch, it's already coming in.
It's an M-Pesa.
It's an M-Pesa platform. It's a pay bill, and you'll allow me to read the pay bill, please, in a minute.
The pay bill.
Yes.
We'll post it. I'll put it on
Okay,
this page.
you'll
I'll
paste
put it
it,
on all
please
my
do.
pages so
Okay.
people know.
Okay.
But I need that assurance from you that people's money will go to the right place. That is all Kenyans want.
That's the biggest problem.
Transparency and accountability.
Yeah.
you know. And for me, I care about the players. I don't care about officials. I care about the players and their welfare. Those are the guys who do the hard work. But thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. And tonight, remember, midnight, we have the men's marathon that's coming up. We have 3 fantastic athletes who will be taking part. 1:45 p.m., which is in about 45 minutes. We have the 10,000 meter final. Fingers crossed for the 3 ladies who will be participating in that. And continue to enjoy the athletics. Remember, the hashtag to use is We Are Team Kenya, hashtag Kenya Milele. And by the way, yesterday was International Beer Day. So I toasted a Tusker. I can see you raided my kitchen. I toasted with Tusker, and I'll continue to toast with Tusker throughout the weekend. Guys, thanks for watching Radull Live. We'll see you again next week on this new slot, which is noon to 1 p.m.